You want to learn how to make Yi-type beats? Well, I'm gonna show you right now. I started off with this lead from a Sunboy one-shot kit, the greedy lead, which is really important for this pattern. Is I put it in glide mode at 70 milliseconds so that the notes actually glide down here, up here. I'm gonna let y'all hear it. Feel me? That's like kind of like the vibe we're going for. Once I got that going, I went and took this Yaya lead, also from the Sunboy kit. I bet all those one shots from this beat are from the Sunboy one shot kit. That's this lead. So there's that. Then the last sound I picked was this plug from the same one-shot kit. And I just like took the first notes in the scale. I was working in A sharp Phrygian. And I just went over the notes. Like I went up 3 and then down 1. And then you can just repeat that 7 half steps, which will always be in the right key. What I then did for the effects was I put this ROM on the instrument, and I also put an auto pan to make sure that the sound goes from left to right. This is some sauce right here. This could really like make your listener pay attention to what they are listening to and really like up that retention rate, you feel me? I also added a low cut in the EQ, which is what I always do in the melody, and then you get this. You can hear it sliding from the left to the right, you feel me? Oh, I forgot the other effects, my bad. For the first sound, the bass, I didn't do too much. I just cut out the lows to be able to play the bass with the 808s without them interfering against each other. Then I went on to this next sound, and then I just added this low cut, which I always do on my melodies. And I added this delay, which is automated to be switching from the 4th note to the 8th note. This is some sauce right here. I bet there's not a lot of y'all out there that know you can actually do this, 1. And I'm pretty sure there's not a lot of people out there doing this, that's 2. So if you want to be creative and stand a little bit more out from the rest, you can definitely go ahead and try this technique, bro. I'm gonna show you how it slides. Oh, and the cool thing is, I didn't know, but I actually made it slide to the second one, to the second note. What this does is, because my delay is on repitch mode, it actually, you can hear this warping effect, like, and that's that's like exactly like that digital like warping sound I wanted to go for. Then to make it more interesting and add some variation to my beat, I took the whole melody, put a shaper box on there to make it more interesting. It just adds notes, okay? I did another one. I took a preset which was like basically slowing it down a bit. If you are out there working with Shaperbox, just go ahead, slide through those presets. It's much easier. And then once you get a preset you kind of like, or that you 100% like, you just tweak it so that it's best for you, and then you just go on with making your beat. That's all the advice I can give y'all on making Shaperbox like a tool really for every producer. Put it in this slicer tool, and what I did was I pitched it an octave up, and then I also added this low cut to make sure there's no bass in it, just for the sake of the intro, because you can hear how the melody is changed from the intro to make it more interesting. So it's basically playing from here to here, so it's not playing the whole melody. And also what I can say is the melody is slowed down by doing this and like the pattern I have written down in here. So use that slicer tool if you want to get like more like chopped effects. Let's move on to the drums. There are not a lot of drums in the beat. I just had this hi-hat going through the whole beat. The hi-hat pattern is pretty cool because I had a line on the C3 note and on the C2 note. It looks maybe a little bit overwhelming, but I swear it isn't that. I just had these 8 notes, which I put the velocity of every second note down, because like in rock music, in pop music, in funk music, whichever genre that is like played on acoustical drums, these drumsticks are hitting the hi-hat at an angle, so it's actually a little bit louder and a bit harsher, and then the second time around it hits it with a tip of the stick. And that sound is like a little bit lighter. It will sound more natural, more original if you do it this way. Then I just added this triplet roll. Then I added like a 2-step and I skipped the note over here. And then I did the same over here. Just like at random, guys. There's really no science to drum bounce. Just find your style, find that pocket, and just keep finding new stuff in that pocket. For the octave below that, it's really much simpler because it's just a note on every count of the metronome, so you can just like tap with your metronome along to it. And I double time this note. That's the only thing that's in there. That's it, like literally that's it. But it adds so much like dragging to the sound. I really enjoy it. I just had a regular clap going with this perk I'm gonna show y'all. It's from the Oh My God Ronnie splice kit, and I just added in this simple pattern. I'm gonna let y'all hear it with the rest of the drums. Then I added this Area 51 808, which is from Reddit Pack probably, and it's really heavy. It's like super heavy. I really enjoy it. The reason it's hitting so hard is just because like the A sharp is just the root note. It's just the A sharp. The first hit is an octave above. What you get then is like this big contrast, but every note hits on the root note. Then the thing I did right here is like I added this 7th note or this 8th note. I'm not really sure, but they both add like a little more tension to the notes you're actually playing. So when you do that, you're adding tension to go to the next bar, and I chopped it up in 3 triplets. That's basically. Then I added also this Cymatics bass deep one shot for the outro. It's basically filtering everything out. I'm gonna see that's automated. Then it's coming up a little bit, and now it's going down again. And that's really great for those intros. And then it just slides open, and then you just have the melody from the beginning again. I added a riser to add some extra more tension. Okay, so now let's listen to it from the beginning. Hope you enjoyed it. I really hate to do this, but like a lot of y'all are watching the videos without being subscribed. Just realize that you can unsubscribe at any time, and it really helps me out. I'm really getting motivated once I see that subscriber count go up. So if you subscribe, you're actually making sure you just get more videos in the future. If y'all got a question, my Instagram will be somewhere on the screen, and I hope you have a great day.